Doing fine. It's a lovely morning today, 8 o'clock, 8:15 IST. Hope you all are keeping well. And I'm here as per my commitment. I told you that I'll be live again at 8 o'clock in the morning and then I'll be live at 10 o'clock in the night. Okay? So I was here to talk to you guys about English. Okay, so that we can build a rapport. We can also have a conversation, have a discussion. And if you have any questions, you can type that in the chat box. I'll be more than happy to help you out. So just let me know. I'll be here to help you out. So early in the morning, first of all, I had my tea. Not had my tea. First of all, I had to get my kid ready for school. After getting ready for school, now that she is gone, um, I have gone ahead and made tea for myself and for my family. After that, I'm just relaxing. It's too hot outside. Like it's kind of quite unbearable to go inside the kitchen and cook because though the it's a rainy season and rainfall is still there, but still there is kind of humidity because of which you're having that kind of issue of breathlessness. You're not able to breathe properly. So now finally I'm here to have a word with you and to interact with you guys to make sure that you know me, what I'm here for. Okay, so I'm here to just take care of your questions and answer. If you have any queries regarding any thing that you might not be knowing in English, or if you have some kind of hesitation, you can type in the chat box and I'll answer all your questions. Hope you're doing well, guys. Okay, it's a lovely morning to start off with. And generally after 9 o'clock, once I'm done with my tea, actually generally it doesn't happen that I have my tea in the morning, but if I'm having my tea, it's not sugar and that tea leaves tea that I generally consume, but it's green tea that I have just to make sure that my metabolism get boosted. So I generally have lemon tea, kind of green tea, and after that I talk to you guys for half an hour or 1 hour. After I'm done with this, then I have my yoga session, right? So yoga is very important part of life, guys. If you want to stay fit, at least get into some kind of exercise. If not exercise, if you're not comfortable, you can go with the yoga also. Yoga is also a very good thing. It's a very good exercise. It keeps your mind, body and soul energized. Trust you me, guys, if you go ahead and start your morning with yoga, it will really make a difference. That's what I do. And over a period of time of after a span of 2 to 3 months or 4 months or 6 months, now I have realized that I have gotten that kind of glow on my skin because of yoga. It not only re-energizes your body, but it also re-energizes your soul. Try and do that, guys. How many of you do yoga in the morning? You can let me know in the chat box, because if you do yoga in the morning, trust you me, guys, there are so many benefits. You can do some kind of pranayam that will make sure that nowadays that we are facing some kind of breathing problems because of humidity or because of rainfall. Even after the rainfall, we think that the weather will be quite pleasant or something, but it's not as we perceive, right? After that, we get to see that there is so much of breathlessness. We are not able to breathe properly, guys. We are facing breathing problems because of obviously the global warming, right? Because of global warming, things have changed. Because earlier it used to happen that when it used to be summer vacation, when we were kids, we used to enjoy even the summers, right? Because summers were also not that hot. But nowadays in summer season, it's kind of that hot that especially this summers, it was like terrible. My my child was there, and she was just saying she actually planned her summer vacation well in advance. She told me that we'll go to some nice hill station, or maybe to some of the tourist resorts. But we could not even step out of our house because of this scorching rays of the sun. It was about to hit 50 degree Celsius, right? That's the reason why we could not even step out. It was so burning hot. Literally, people were having breathing problems. So, all the summer vacation, the time of our summer vacation, that went for a toss. We could not go anywhere, guys. It was so disheartening and so disappointing for my child. I can't even tell you. But what we did is we planned something for her, indoor games, like we used to play Ludo with her. I have trampoline at home. I used to make sure that I spent some time with her, quality time with her, jumped on the trampoline, right, and also made her get engaged in some kind of activity so that she doesn't get left out. She doesn't feel that I'm getting left out. But now that she is back to school and now the weather is kind of pleasant, she asked me that if we could go to some destination wherein the kids can enjoy. So maybe we can go to some places where kids can have fun. Maybe on Saturday or Sunday. Usually she doesn't get her holiday on Saturday. It's just second Saturday and fourth Saturday, which is an off for them. But we'll try to make it up. Maybe this Saturday or Sunday we'll take her out. So that's what the problem is, guys, that because of global warming we are facing these issues right now. So that's what I was saying. What I'm trying to say is I'm just trying to connect with you guys also, and also trying to speak to you in English, in simple English. So whenever you are trying to speak, don't wait for kind of flowery English language. No, just keep it simple. Okay, so the more you keep it simple, the more it will come natural to you, right? You won't have to take ages in order to decide what to speak, when to speak, and how to speak, right? It will come natural to you. And be whatever you are, right? Don't try to get that kind of accent in order to hold people's attention, right? Because it will be very difficult if you want to get some kind of accent, maybe US accent or Brit accent initially. When you are just a beginner, when you are learning how to speak English, it will be very, very difficult for you to just cope up with speaking the correct English and with the correct pronunciation and then with a kind of accent. It will be really difficult, guys. So initially, be what you are, okay? Just keep it simple. Make sure you are not exaggerating. Don't use flowery language. Just have that kind of confidence in yourself and just speak whatever you want to talk, right? And keep the sentences short, because if you are keeping the sentences short, what that will do is, if you are keeping your sentences short and crisp, you'll be able to frame sentences pretty well with lots of confidence. But if you are trying to speak to an interviewer, let's per se, and you are using a flowery language, or maybe a lengthy sentence, you might not be able to frame it, and you might get puzzled in between. You'll get totally confused and totally lost. And if you get lost in between, if you lose that there, that's where you lose your confidence. Okay, so I will suggest you, in order to have a proper English conversation, just make sure first of all to go slow. Slow and steady wins the race, right? You have already heard about that. So don't try to speak fast so that you fall short of words. Initially, it might happen to you that after speaking one or two sentences fluently, you might be like falling short of words. You will be like, what next? So don't fall into that trap, okay? Just go slow so that you get enough time to frame English sentences. And in order to speak English sentences, guys, it's important to learn English grammar. Though we do not speak, no, whenever we speak, we don't use English grammar 100%, but yes, we do need it in order to show the tenses, right? Which tense are we talking about? Are we talking about the present? Are we talking about the past? Or are we talking about the future? But when we say, hey guys, how you doing? How you doing is not proper English. It's not proper grammar, right? If I talk about grammar, I will have to say, hey guys, how are you guys doing? Hope you are doing great. But while we talk, we don't say, hope you are doing great, guys. Hello there. Welcome. Welcome to my channel. Good morning. How are you guys doing today? Okay? So, in order to make it short and crisp, we say, how you doing, guys? You must be doing great. Or else, my daughter was saying yesterday, you cold? I said, what do I say? Then she said, oh, you don't know this is American English. So whenever you are saying that, if somebody is asking you cool, then you need to say, I'm cool. You cool? I'm cool. That's how they interact in American accent. But yes, we are not even talking about having that kind of accent. First of all, we have to focus on framing small, simple sentences. Get that confidence, learn a little bit of grammar, have that kind of confidence, believe in yourself, and we'll start from the scratch. We'll make it a win win situation. Once you learn English grammar, you will learn proper sentences. Once you learn proper sentences, once you have that kind of confidence, then we'll talk about the accent as to how do we use English grammar, maybe in slangs or maybe in an accent in spoken English, because spoken English is a little bit different from the written English, of course, right? But I know it's also imperative that we should learn the pronunciation in an effective way, how to pronounce the word. Like we say, pronunciation. Many people must not be knowing that. It must be a tongue twister for them, right? So we should actually learn as to how exactly do we pronounce certain words. And also about the punctuation. When we say punctuation, we are talking about comma, full stop, colon, semicolon, sign of exclamation, sign of interrogation, all that thing, inverted commas. So, like whenever we are saying something, we have to speak with an impact, right? If we are speaking a normal sentence, like if we are saying we are going to school, we are going to school, that's a normal sentence. That's called assertive sentence. But when we are just changing this sentence into an interrogative, the way we'll be asking this question is, are we going to school? Are we going to school? Now, see, this is a question. We should ask it like a question. It should appear like a question, right? So, are we going to school? Yes, we are going to school, right? So, that's interrogative. And then let's just talk about exclamatory sentence. When we are talking about exclamatory sentences, you can say, hey, or wow, what a beautiful scene. Wow, what a beautiful weather. Hooray, we won the game. Oh, wow, that's so nice of you, right? So, this is called exclamatory sentence in which we get to know our emotions, our feelings. If we are feeling happy, we are feeling sad, we are feeling demotivated, we are feeling motivated. For that, we use exclamatory sentences, right? See, I'm just framing up sentences and talking to you guys, right? It's very simple English. It can be understood by everyone, right? So, in the same way, we have to speak English in a way that you can understand for the other person to be able to perceive. They should also understand what you are trying to speak, right? So, for that, we have to keep it simple and crisp and short sentences. And whenever you are talking, just make sure that you are very, very clear in pronouncing the words, right? Just don't just go in a rush that you fall short of words and you're not able to pronounce things well. Just don't make complicated sentences. Just keep it simple. Okay? Now it's your turn, guys. If you have any questions for me, like if you want to learn something that you have in mind that is in particular, like if you want to talk about tenses, about voice, or anything, like I know that there could be audiences wherein there could be old people also, there could be people who are students, they might want to learn English. Somebody must be knowing English but they have some challenges in spoken English. So the challenges can be many. right? Some of the people must be knowing English grammar well, but they are not able to frame sentences. Some people must be like they are able to speak well, but they don't know English grammar, right? So different people would have different uh, shortcomings or some loopholes. I will be trying my level best to go ahead and help you guys with everything in related to English grammar. But you have to speak your heart out as to what exactly are you guys looking for, and I'll be more than happy to help you out with it. Okay? But you have to just let me know. Type that in the chat box, letting me know what exactly are you looking for, what kind of information do you want in order to come up the learning curve, because it's always a pleasure for me to help those who want to help themselves, right? Even God says that I want to help those who help themselves, right? So it's time for you to speak now. Just let me know what you want to learn, because we will have a different topic every day to talk about. Sometimes I'll talk about motivation, sometimes I'll talk about how to crack an interview if you are going for your interview in a call center, or maybe the BPOs, or be it anywhere, because for interview you have to make sure that we have to take care of so many matrices. First of all, we need to make sure that our body language should be in such a way that it should come out as a positive impression to the interviewer. Okay, then we have that kind of we should have that kind of confidence in ourselves, right? So having confidence in yourselves is also a must. If you don't have that level of confidence, if you don't build that kind of eye contact with your interviewer, that's also going to be a problem. So I'll go ahead and talk about all these things step by step, not at a time. I don't want to confuse you guys. I want to keep it simple for you. But first of all, I am just looking forward for your interaction with me. As I told you earlier, also, I'll repeat myself, guys. I'll come at 8 o'clock in the morning and 10 o'clock in the night, Indian Standard Time. Okay? I know I'm new to this, live streaming on YouTube. I'm a new member to this YouTube family, but I will suggest you to just whenever you see that there is live streaming, you can just come here, let me know what is it that you want to learn. Do you want to learn English grammar? Do you want to learn spoken English? Or you learn how to build rapport with somebody? Or you want to know how to build that eye contact, right? There are so many matrices that we can cover up. Okay, nowadays, if you're a mom or if you're a dad, I will suggest you to just interact more with your child, because nowadays what happens is, since we are falling short of time, moms and dads, they're busy in their work, and obviously because of this growing, kind of growing rates of everything, everybody has to get back to work, everybody has their work, and it's not bad to go back to your work, but we need to also make sure that our children are not getting impacted because of you going to work every now and then. You need to give that kind of quality time to your children also, right? Because these days all the children are feeling left out. Why? Because they only have their gadgets to hang out to, right? They just hang out with their, not with their friends, but they are making virtual friends by playing certain kind of games, and there are more chances of, the you know maybe if they are playing some kind of games and they are playing with children outside your country, maybe with the neighboring countries, or maybe different countries or states, there are chances that you might get hacked, right? So make sure that your children are getting connected to you rather than spending more time on the gadgets, because I understand nowadays it's also, I'm not saying that gadgets are a big no no. You should give them time to also sit on the gadgets, play their favorite games, but not all the time, right? Just to get rid of them, you want to do what you wish to do, doesn't mean that you will leave your child unattended, right? Just spend that kind of quality time so that they learn manners, so that they know how to socialize with people. Otherwise they would not even learn the manners and etiquettes, right? They would not even know. Apart from the gadgets, they would not know anything and everything, right? For that we have to make them familiar with the outer world, right? It's very very important for us to take a time out from our busy, I know people are busy these days. From our busy schedule, we can take the time out, we can hang out with them, take them to places they like, and interact with them, build rapport with them, rather than just becoming a nagging father or a mother. Just try to become friends with them so that they can speak their heart out, right? The more comfortable they will be with you, they'll be able to share the more they'll be in a position to share their complications, or share their confusion, or share their questions that they have in their mind. Because a child is, they have that kind of curiosity in themselves. They have thousand questions, in their mind, that they might not feel comfortable sharing it with you, right? They might be dwelling in confusion. So if you become friends with them, they'll be able to share every single thing with you, whatever good or bad they had experiences in the school. Let them be open with you so that they can tell you what exactly has happened, right? Don't become strict parents, guys, because nowadays if you become strict, they would not be able to share their emotions with you, their problems with you, and then you would not even know what they are going through. At times there are things that happen in school that you might not be aware of, right? And the children are also not comfortable sharing it with you. They are just thinking, what if I go ahead and tell it to my parents? Would they nag me? Would they beat me? Would they slap me? Would they scold me? So they are really hesitant. So just become friends with your children in such a way that they are able to speak their heart out with the parents, right? Become friends with them, guys. Don't become a nagging parent, okay? I will request you guys to spend that quality time with your children, because initially, when in our ages, when we used to study, we had that kind of a joint family, right? So in a joint family, there are advantages and disadvantages, right? But the biggest advantage was that the children never used to stay on the gadgets, right? At that time there were cousin brothers, cousin sisters, there were siblings. They used to hang around with people outside. They learned how to socialize. They learned how to spend time with people around them, rather than just fixing themselves to gadgets, or sitting at one place on the bed and have no physical exercise, because of which they are facing so many trouble. They have problem in metabolism also, because obviously they are not doing any kind of physical exercise rather than just going to school, right? Initially they used to come from school when we used to be small children. We used to go out, we used to play for 1 hour or 2 hours, we used to eat healthy, because our parents used to say you need to eat everything. Nowadays children will only say, I want to have burger, I want to have some french fries, I want to have some donuts, I want to have some cookies, I want to have their sugary drinks and all that, like chocolates, candies. These things are, you know taking an upper hand, just taking upper seat, which is not good for them. Because if they eat more and more sugary things, they will have cavities, the teeth will go for a toss. Obviously there will be some kind of bacteria or something inside their tummy, and that will also disrupt the function of the metabolism. They might have some cramps in their tummy, they might have some kind of infection. So instead of that, just try to create that kind of healthy lifestyle. I know that it's difficult for the children to eat the vegetables that we eat, right? But do it in such a way that it is, it will be easier for them to have that kind of food. I'll tell you how. I'll tell you an example. Like if the children are not eating, vegetables, like let's per se, the bottle gourd, or maybe lady finger, or maybe if they are not eating some kind of paneer or tofu, what you can do is, if you have made some kind of vegetables or mixed vegetables for that matter, that has carrot, beans, you know, and some potatoes, just go ahead, take those vegetables in a bowl, put the flour, the wheat flour inside, in it, and then put some kind of cumin seeds and some carom seeds, put some salt, some refined oil, and or ghee. I would suggest you, if you want, you can put some desi ghee into it, and then you can just go ahead and knead the dough. Okay, just knead the dough with that and make kind of parathas. Make it yummier like parathas. If they don't eat parathas, or if they like honey or jam or something, jam should not be given, because it contains some kind of color and it's not good for children. So whatsoever has color, just refrain from giving those things to the children, because it might impact their development, right? So let's say if you're rolling the parathas and if your kid is really fond of sweet things, instead of giving, kind of sugar, or instead of giving them jam, just try and give honey. Right, honey is pure. So just go ahead and coat the entire paratha with honey, and maybe decorate in such a way that the child will also say, wow, it's looking very nice. So what I usually do is, I make the paratha in a triangle shape or maybe in a square shape, and after that I apply the honey on top of it, and then cut that into uh, you know the shape of pizza, right? So in that way they'll say, and they'll have a look at it and they'll say, wow, it's something which is very fascinating, right? So that's how the trick is that I usually follow to give tiffin or lunch box to my kid, and she really likes it. So in that way the purpose is solved, right? They are having nutrition also, because all you'll think of is giving milk to them. If they are having forcefully something that they don't want to, the body might not take it in a positive way, right? So instead of that, make something which is nutritious for them. They should not even know what it is, and they'll get benefited also, and they eat it or they welcome it with open heart, right? So just go ahead and make parathas like that, and to top it up, just apply honey, or you can give peanut butter, or you can give them whatever you think is feasible. Maybe instead of honey, sometimes you can give some cheese slices on top of it, so that their protein intake can be also boosted. But not every day. Everything in moderation is good, right? So that way they learn healthy living, and also teach them the etiquettes and the manners. Okay, so that was it, guys. I was just sharing a few examples also, and I was just trying to communicate with you guys, maybe on a personal front, just letting you know about my lifestyle, how do I interact with my kids, and how should we limit their time with the gadgets, and instead of that we should spend quality time with them. And also I talked about the English grammar also, that if you have any questions around the same, you can shoot those questions. I'll be coming again at 10 o'clock in the night. If you have any questions, just jot it down, let me know where is the confusion. I'll be there to help you out. Alright, I'm new to the channel. I'll try to help you out. That's not a problem. But you need to also let me know what you guys are looking for. You should type it in the chat box. I'll be more than happy to answer all your questions. Okay, so till then, I guess that was it for the session. And see, I started the session by saying good morning, how's the day going, on a higher note, with some kind of high energy, right? And we spoke about different things. It was easier for me to speak for quite half an hour, right? Why? Because I had that kind of confidence. I was building simple sentences. I spoke the words that I'm comfortable with, and also I made it short, crisp, and a conversation, right? That way you'll know how to say, what to say, and you would not be getting confused on, while you're talking, you would not get confused as to what exactly to say. That's what I was talking about. Use the words that you're comfortable with, that is simple, crisp, and that comes natural to you, instead of exaggerating using flowery language, right? That's where you might get stuck. I don't want you to land up in that situation, guys. So it was lovely talking to you guys. Do take care of yourself. Have a nice day. God bless, and I'll talk to you at 10 o'clock in the night IST, okay? So stay blessed till then. Take care of yourself. Have a nice day.